I'm Peggy Giddings. You've seen our reports on the Tucson Press Club Gridiron Show, an annual event in which the newsmakers and news events of the year are satirized.
Well, in a moment of personal madness, we thought it might be fun for the Press Club to turn its cynical eye towards Peggy and me, this program, and some other news items. So now, a Tucson television first, the Tucson Press Club and Arizona Devastated.
Good evening, I'm George Dower.
Hello there, I'm Peggy Giddings.
But first, here's the news for Friday, August 19th, 1983.
The Miracle Mile Merchants Association again this week has asked City Hall and the Tucson Police Department to help get the hookers under control in Tucson's Central Hotel District. Innkeepers, restaurateurs, and business owners have been fighting a losing battle for several months now to get the hookers off the streets, complaining that they slow traffic down too much and that they give the area a bad reputation.
In a related matter, the City Council has banned outgoing Superior Court Judge Robert Hooker from Miracle Mile.
Head of City Traffic Control, Hervey Davis, has announced today that the department has finally achieved its goal of synchronizing Tucson traffic lights. As of today, says Davis, you can drive along any thoroughfare without once encountering a green light.
In an attempt to win support for its pay raise, the mayor and council have agreed to index their increases to the peso.
Tucson has once again edged out Phoenix, Los Angeles, and Eloy for another international honor. Citing our city's low humidity as a factor, an independent survey team has proclaimed Tucson the nose-picking capital of the world.
Informed sources report that Governor Bruce Babbitt recently sent a non-conciliatory response to a letter from the editor of the Tucson Daily Citizen. This on that.
In the wake of a recent federal court ruling that cheese distribution to the needy was a de facto form of economic discrimination, local welfare officials today opened a cheese distribution center catering to families with incomes in excess of $19,600 yearly. Middle-class women's aversion to standing in long lines for excessive amounts of time has resulted in the development of an appointment system for cheese recipients. So far, more than 1,500 people have turned out to browse through the types of cheeses in the initial allocation. In the wake of this program's success, federal officials are now considering opening a national wine center for the underemployed.
In our continuing series on Yaqui Bingo, tonight's number is G54. That's G54.
The Tucson City Council, on vacation for 2 weeks, is attending a leadership retreat at the exclusive Bohemian Club near San Francisco. Councilman Brent Davis, shown here, has a pivotal role in the conference.
Be sure to watch our series next week on overcrowding in Arizona prisons.
The city of Tucson has a new, glamorized entrance to downtown. Mayor Lou Murphy said the remodeled intersection of Congress and I-10 symbolizes the city's attitude toward visiting tourists. Dedicated by city fathers over a month ago, it is expected to be completed in September when a permanent Do Not Enter sign is erected.
And now here's a look at Tucson's weather.
Just beat it. Just beat it, beat it, beat it. Oh, good evening. This is your guest weatherman, Dr. Carl Sagan, with a cosmic view of Tucson's weather. We'll start by going aloft in our spaceship of the imagination. We look down at the United States. It's supposed to look that way. It's long been believed that Tucson's fine weather has been due to low pressure, but native Tucsonians will tell you that the weather just hasn't been the same in recent years. When taking a cosmic view of the situation, we can see the low pressure has been pushed west, primarily due to the high pressure that billions and billions of New Yorkers, Midwesterners, and Iranians have brought here with them. Taking a closer look at this situation, we can see that this has caused a curvature of space in Southern California, and they wonder why it quakes. Now that's what I call star stuff. This has been Carl Sagan with a cosmic view of the weather. Beam me up, Scotty.
Today was a good day for art lovers in southern Arizona. 3 contributions to public art in southern Arizona were dedicated in 3 separate ceremonies around southern Arizona in 3 different southern Arizona locations by 3 southern Arizonans. Trini Trinidad has the story.
In South Tucson, Margot Cowan presided over the unveiling of this new sculpture at Tucson Greyhound Park. Ms. Cowan dedicated the monument to Hispanic nationals everywhere, wherever they may reside. And on the lawn of the U of A Law Library today, Governor Bruce Babbitt dedicated this casting of John Huerta, loser in the recent race for Corporation Commissioner. Babbitt said that the U of A Law Library was chosen as a site for the statue because the selection committee sought a non-political, impartial location. The statue, he reminded us, is up for re-election next year anyway. Finally, to the south, Representative Jim McNulty officiated at a ribbon-cutting ceremony near Bisbee today, where this tribute to the Hannigan brothers was beaten, stoned, and whipped by the onlooking crowd. The statue, cast of pure Cananea copper, was turned over to U.S. immigration officials for deportation back to Mexico.
University of Arizona President Henry Koffler has been in office a little over a year. The controversial Koffler has received high marks from some and criticism from others, particularly women. Koffler is a hard man to find, but Arizona Devastated tracked him down at a local barber shop where he was getting his hairs cut. Dr. Koffler, what do you think is your major accomplishment during your first year?
Well, I'm still president. That's more than you can say for the basketball coach.
And your greatest disappointment?
Not being able to get a little kissy poo from every coin on campus.
I'm serious.
Some IQD. Say, that's a nice sweater you're wearing, Peggy.
There are some women's groups on campus that are not satisfied with your performance.
Well, I can appreciate that. But they can get some kinky guy to perform with their groups. I don't go for that stuff.
Others have criticized you for not spending enough time on campus.
Well, that's true. But I can never find a parking place.
What about those huge pay raises for your staff this year?
How about those?
Department heads say they have trouble seeing you.
Well, I'm a little guy. I get lost in the crowd.
You've been accused of being insensitive to the needs of minorities.
What minorities?
There's been an outrage among local football fans about the increase in the price of tickets this year.
Well, I am sorry about that, but we had to find a way to pay for all those NCAA fines.
The U of A football team is not eligible for the Rose Bowl this year. Your reaction?
My reaction, a Rose Bowl is a Rose Bowl is a Rose Bowl. Big deal, Peggy. Put those roses in some other kind of bowl.
If Henry Koffler could have one wish come true this year, what would it be?
This is a very good question. You watch Bob Walter's interviews too, eh?
Thank you, Dr. Koffler.
My pleasure, Peggy. No blow dry.
Tucson's population will double by the year 2000, and so city planners are investigating options to meet outdoor exercise needs. One project was secret until last week when several downtown pedestrians were hit by flying golf balls. Our Frank Darnton caught up with a councilman at large on the fifth tee of the proposed downtown golf course.
Geez, what a nasty hole.
Why, Councilman?
Well, you really can't just walk up to the tee, pull out your club, and start flogging it. At this hole, you pay for every stroke you take. It takes good club control here because you can get in some real tight places.
One of the most difficult holes is the 11th, a 375-yard dog leg to the left. It is especially difficult to play when there is actually a dog utilizing the dog leg. The 18th is definitely the monster of the course. Although it plays less than 400 yards, it requires a great deal of determination. It can be birdied by long hitters who can consistently drive the 4 lanes of Congress Street traffic during rush hour without remorse.
4! But I think most golfers will try and lay up short of the Pancho Villa statue, which is actually tough to get to because the north side is protected by trees. You have to come in there real high, but you can't get too high or you bounce your shot off the courthouse arcade ceilings. You're also playing blind, which means having to worry about the water in front of the statue. Actually, the layup slows down play a lot, especially at rush hour when you have to wait for the traffic.
The downtown Tucson, Metropolitan, Rio Nuevo, y La Entrada, y Barrio Anita Municipal Golf Course is scheduled to open in the fall of 1987.
Well, as you may know, tonight is George's last night with Arizona devastated. We'd like to wish you well and...
Thank you, Peggy. And I'd like to say goodbye to you, too.
We'll miss you very much, George! And as we close tonight, we'd like to bring you the second runners-up in the 4th Avenue Talent Contest, Budding Travesty. Good night.
1, 2.
2, 1. Wait a second. You got to play an E down here. You can't play an E way up there. Put your finger
I learned
here.
it that way.
No,
and
you got to cut your fingernails, man. You can't play guitar like that. What is all this mung in here anyway?
I'm sorry I didn't have a chance to wash when I left the blood bank today.
Oh my God, I don't believe this.
Can
Is
we
this tape
start over?
rolling, huh?
Yeah, really.
Oh, I want to get paid now and go home.
Yeah, really. I need money for the bus.
This is going to be terrible.
Well, George, for people who don't know you, they don't know how appropriate an end this is to your career with Arizona Illustrated. That was fun. Good idea, George.
Yeah, it's all for me. It's all for me in more ways than one. I'll be leaving Tucson now, but thanks to my colleagues, the crew, and to all of you out there.
It's an emotional night for all of us. We wish George good luck. We'll miss you. It's been fun.
I'm George Dower.
And I'm Peggy Giddy.
Good night.
Friends of KUAT membership dollars helped bring you tonight's Arizona Illustrated. For information on underwriting opportunities for this and other programs, call 621-7640.
The rules. Lieutenant, if you can learn to bend the rules, I guess we can learn to follow them.